You're good.
You might have that seen him before last time he hid. Here, you might see his whole body. He's like sitting on a train inside a Christmas tree. Bye, Daddy.
How long you been Ubering?
Like a year and a half or so.
How's Uber treating you?
It's not bad.
So I'm on a logistics panel today. I do these, speaking events, panels, whatever I'm invited to do. It's good exposure for LOVESAC. This is sponsored by KeyBank. I'm not exactly sure what it's gonna be like, but I'm here. I'll do my best. It'll be an investor kind of event. I feel so underdressed all of a sudden. All right, you have a story about LOVESAC?
I have a story about
Even as I'm
LOVESAC.
checking in?
So my son just got married last year, and he sent me a link to your website about this couch sectional that him and his
Hold on.
fiancée wanted.
Let me
to buy.
guess, you hesitated clicking on that link.
I didn't hesitate clicking on the link, but after I looked at it, I said, this is really nice. He said, oh, we can change the colors, we can put it in the washing machine, it's so comfortable. It was a little on the expensive side, I'm not gonna lie. So when I went to visit him in September, that was my bed. He reconfigured it into a queen-size bed for me, and it was the most comfortable couch I've ever slept on.
Well, there you go. I can't make that up.
No, you can't.
Can't make that up. Just checking in.
I've been waiting for you all day to tell you that story.
I love it. What's your name?
My name's Julie.
Julie?
Yeah, and they live in Boston.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For spreading the love. That's awesome.
And their dog loves it too.
That is so awesome. I sleep my own mother and father on our Sactionals when they come. No one believes me. It makes a great bed.
They are. I mean, it's very, very comfortable.
Somehow I have my own room at the Intercontinental. How are you? Good. If you ever wanted to come to a financial conference, here you go. Of course, they've always got amazing food at these things. I'm telling you, man, all the money's in money. All right, I'm gonna teach you my favorite pregame trick. If you work at LOVESAC, you already know it. It's called power posing. I'll explain in a minute. All right, wish me luck. All right. It's gonna be a tough room. So I'm supposed to talk logistics with a bunch of finance people, COOs on a panel to a bunch of bankers. Should be interesting.
Any of the retailers?
We're thrilled today to have with us Shawn Nelson of LOVESAC, David Seidelman of Commerce Hub, Jeff Howard of Intra.
The search for optimization is elusive and transient and changing with everything from fuel prices to your contract with national carriers. Panel complete. I've now got to walk over. I have a job interviewing someone for a key position here in Manhattan at our lead investors' offices, which just happen to be up the street on 5th Avenue, 52nd Street. Then I'll be back here right after that, and then I'll go back there again for another interview. Being a kid who grew up in Salt Lake City and never really could understand, like, why would someone want to live in this noisy, messy, there's the subway going under me, town. It's so efficient, man. Manhattan, I was always enthralled with California. I feel like most people from Utah kind of like love going to California. I think that's the place to be. LA, it's so hip. I'll tell you, man, the East Coast, New York has grown on me. And it's just so efficient. There's so much going on here. I feel like, the business culture is such a hustle culture here. I love it. And then, even on your way to a business meeting, you just sort of walk past stuff like that. Can't beat that. Or that. I don't mean to be a tourist. I basically live here, but just gotta walk 4 blocks and I'm impressed, inspired. 5th Avenue, offices of our lead investor. They've been great to us. I just wrapped up a meeting over here at our investors' offices. It was amazing. And gotta bounce back over to that finance event. There's some bankers waiting for me. Okay, this time we have to run. We're late. Come on, come on, come on. And we're back. And now we run back to my investor's office to do another meeting. And that's why I love Manhattan. How much can you get done in one day across 5 city blocks?
Protect against the pipeline. Protect against the pipeline.
And depending on which route you take, it's always a different view on every block. Oh, the classic steaming New York manhole. Still don't even know why they steam. What amazes me about New York is that it even works. Trucks, deliveries, construction, people, and then just everyday business. Sometimes I wonder how this place even keeps going. Should just be gridlock. I mean, it's really not. I mean, there's gridlock that happens, but overall, you know, traffic moves, people move, get where they need to go, even amidst all of the chaos. Never ends. Envision how this interview will go. He's gonna love me. All right, so it's later in the day, but I didn't get a chance to explain earlier why I'm standing in front of that door, power posing, all right? So let me explain power posing. Today, as you know, as you should know if you follow the Get Off the Couch vlog, is the Envision with Precision Day, where we talk about the second habit that I believe entrepreneurs should have if they're following the Get Off the Couch ethos, right? And so the first is to make your mindset, get in the right frame of mind to be able to be open-minded and seize opportunities. The second is envision with precision, the ability to envision any task, any goal, and then go out and make it happen. The third is the crux of the whole program. Get off the couch and do something today, right? That's it, do something today. The fourth is yearn to learn, right? You gotta be able to assess what you're doing and be open to learning from best in class, best practices and experts, and as well as being able to assess what it is you've done and see what's working, which leads to the fifth, perpetuate to iterate, right? Don't begin iterating until you've actually ground it out and done something for a little bit of time, and then you do that cycle over and over again. You play along the way, which is the sixth, and that brings us back to the second. Today's topic, envision with precision. So, in the spirit of envisioning with precision, one great technique I love to use before any important event, you know, where you want to not be nervous, where you want to be at your best, where you want to be jacked up and sharp, you go and you power pose. And so let me tell you about power posing, even as I'm walking down the street here in Manhattan. Anthropologists have observed that all the way back to the caveman days, mankind has thrown their hands up in the air over their head when successful, right? You killed a woolly mammoth, you got dinner for a month, and in that spirit of success, you get big, you put your hands up, you celebrate. And at those moments, the body produces two key hormones. Number one is testosterone, right, which makes you a little more aggressive. Number two is adrenaline, right, which we all know what adrenaline does. And that makes you powerful. Well, one scientist had a hypothesis that maybe it could work the other way. In other words, by simply putting yourself in a big position, in a position of strength, you know,
Animals do this when they are faced with a threat. They get big, right? They puff their neck out or whatever. Human beings can actually use this technique against aggressors as well. But when we do that, you know, can it work backwards? Like, in other words, by doing that, by getting into that position, might we create the adrenaline and testosterone that make us powerful, as opposed to being a product, a symptom of being powerful? And anyway, through all the research, the answer is definitively yes. They did a lot of studies with hundreds of individuals and proved that not only did testosterone go up, adrenaline go up, and ladies, don't panic about testosterone. We all have it. We all have a balance of testosterone and estrogen. But it not only did those things go up and make us more powerful, but also cortisol, the stress hormone that actually kind of makes us fatter, is reduced. And so that's power posing. It's not made up. It's a scientific fact. You change your physiology when you get big, get powerful for 2 minutes. That's the key. So you got a power pose. You got hands up, high in the sky, feet apart. Now, if you're embarrassed to do that, or you know it's inappropriate somewhere, you can stand there with your hands on your hips like a police officer would. But key is feet apart. You got to get as big as you can in a position of power, and it will change your physiology, give you a little more confidence, give you a little more energy. Not to mention, you know, help you reduce nervousness. What's going on? I don't even know. What's that about? What is going on? New York City, man, at night, holiday time. And if you're ever sitting in a room, you know, boardroom or a meeting or whatever, and you feel like you know you're fading or you need some power, you can sit big. You can spread out like you'd think of like a big boss, or like, you know, a real cocky, confident individual sitting there with their arms on the chair next to them, and maybe their legs, you know, kind of open or crossed big, kick back. Sitting big can also work as a power pose. So there you go. There's your tip for Envision with Precision. I would stand there before my event, as I did even before this event. I know it sounds crazy and cheesy, man, it works. And visualize myself up there on the panel, answering confidently. I'll even think about specific things that I'll say. That's the key. You don't just envision a picture of yourself, you know, doing whatever it is you want to be doing. You have to get specific with it. You have to actually get down to the details of what you'll be saying, how it's going to play out, what is going to be the reaction of the audience. And whether you're talking about an individual business deal, a one-on-one negotiation, a presentation, athletic event, whatever it might be, if you are able to envision it with precision, you are far more likely to be successful. Myriad of books written on this. You know, I'll continue to share some of those as this vlog continues, because we'll be talking about this every week as the second habit of the get off the couch lifestyle. So I've got like 30 more blocks to walk, maybe more, 40 blocks to walk. Got a phone call to take, so I'll be getting off and pick this back up for a minute at school. Every night this week I teach at Parsons School of Design here in Manhattan, a master's level program that is so much fun. Sustainable Business Models is the course tonight. I just do this once a week. This is who I walked 40 blocks to come eat with, Stephen Viscusi.
Hey everybody, Shawn, nice to see you. It's pouring out.
It's raining on us. We just had a great dinner. This guy is a TV celebrity, motivational speaker. I don't know, not the speaker anyway. Professional. He's always speaking.
You can follow me on Twitter at Workplace Guru and pick up my book, Bulletproof Your Job.
Oh, see, that's what makes him a pro right there. Look at that plug.
Just plugging.
Workplace Guru on Twitter. This guy, he's been a great mentor of mine. He's had a long-standing TV and public persona career. It's been great. We're just hanging out, talking.
How do you like coming into this city?
Oh, I love coming. I was just talking about that all day today. Just like I love
bakeries.
Yeah. We're about to go get some baked goods. All right, Steven and I are huddled up in some weird alleyway, avoiding the rain. Even as he avoids he's dodging a death threat right now.
Death threats? So
what is this?
absurd. I don't know. Someone called, tracking me down through my sister, trying to find out who I was or where I lived. Some unbelievable It's fantastic sounding, but true story. Very odd.
Wait. So they hunted you down to issue you a death threat, or to warn you?
They hunted her down looking for someone with a name very similar to mine, except the 29-year-old version, not a 49-year-old.
Oh, come
version
on,
like
you
me.
can sell it. Give me your best 29-year-old. There we go. Anyway,
So,
if you know a Stephen Viscusi, his life is in danger,
oh my God.
but not this one.
All right.
But he was nervous. You were nervous.
I was very nervous, yes. You saw I was nervous?
He was
Yeah,
nervous.
yeah.
I watched it. I watched the phone call. It was weird. The new school, which is the bigger university that contains Parsons School of Design. Asked about what, how does, what are the different tiers of investment? How does what investors are out there? What's possible? What does the landscape look like? Here you go, in a nutshell, in like 2 minutes. When you're starting out, the only money you'll ever get will come from yourself or from your family. How's that? Your family and friends. Like, that's just like the rule of thumb. Like, when you're in the very beginning of something, raw startup phase, don't think you're going to find money anywhere else. Now, it's possible. There are definitely very seed startup-based funds and stuff like that out there, but they're hard to find. And even then, until you what they call startup, you still have to kind of often have something going for you. Just for the record, I envisioned how my class little lecture would go. I envisioned how it would play out tonight. I envisioned how my panel would go before I went up on that stage. And I did no other preparation. It's a powerful, powerful skill to learn. Envision with precision, picturing it down to the very detail. And power posing before you've got something important to do. I know it's cheesy, I know it's weird, but it is science and it works. If you take nothing else away from this vlog today, take away the power of power posing. There you go, that's the vlog. Please subscribe, please share it out. I could use all the help I can get just getting this off the ground. I love you and appreciate you and would have really appreciate you helping me spread the love, spread the word, because my message is to get off the couch and go make something happen. I try and walk the walk, I'm talking the talk, and hopefully it's worth something. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it.